Buen dia, all you awakened souls, you pioneers. You guys have that burning desire to discover Paraguay. My name is Peter van der Merwe, and I will be your lovely host for this video. Moving to Paraguay, what is life like? Let's look at 2025. This year in Paraguay, life has been very interesting. If you look at what happens in Brazil, if you look at what happens in Argentina, there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes. In Paraguay, I have seen this year more foreigners moving here. But I've also seen how many of them return to their countries. Some people after a year, some people after 2 years, some people more than that. But in the end, I see a lot of people leaving Paraguay as well. Now, it's not because Paraguay being violent or aggressive or anything like that. Paraguay is not like that. Paraguay is a peaceful country. Don't get me wrong, there's bad places in Paraguay. There's places I wouldn't go into. But it's just me, I trust my intuition. I've been here 3 years and I've never had incident. But again, when you move to Paraguay, you need to plan. I know a lot of people get overexcited because they've sold their properties in the UK or in the US or Germany or wherever. But then they think they have unlimited funds and they live the best of the best. They don't really plan for the future. Some people invest in online schemes and then all of a sudden something goes wrong and they lose the income. And that is sad, but that is the reality of things. Why I am successful in Paraguay, why I'm doing well, is because I deal with Paraguayans. I hardly deal with expats in business. Now, obviously, a few of my businesses offer our services to expats, but in general, my business dealings, people that's in my employment, people that I support in startups, things like that, that's all that's all Paraguayans. I invest my time and efforts in nurturing innovation, creativity, and people with a little bit of magic that needs that. So for me, life is different to the normal person. I'm involved not just with immigration, relocation, taxation, company registration, asset and finance management. I'm also involved with developments and construction. So we do a lot of things. I have a lot of teams in everywhere, pokers everywhere. But I find life exciting in Paraguay. For me, life is prosperous because I have the ability to see a need, fill a need. Paraguay has a lot of opportunities. It is literally open to the world. If you have a good heart, good intention, and you see a need, fill a need, you have the right personality, the right stuff, Paraguay will be favorable in your life. The people that will come into your life is amazing. And I wouldn't be successful if it wasn't for my teams, my personnel, my partners and things like that. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Even next year, starting the Kali project, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Now, I know the video channel as well went a little bit sideways and we went places, and some of you have gone through from the beginning when I started digging a foundation for this house, the Kali house in Itacorubi de la Cordillera. And you followed me through heartaches, heartbreaks, sadness, chikungunya. Some of you have been through with me on that, and it's been an interesting journey. But this year has been challenging, but not on a level of physical or anything like that. It's been more a spiritual kind of journey this year for me. Even our teams, for some reason, the vibration and who I am resonates with my team, and they do exactly what I want them to do. and they are fulfilling the need. They exceed all expectations. For us, with our businesses, Paraguay Residency Services, Paraguay Web and Graphic Design Services, we have the relocation, we have the guest house networks, we have the asset and finance management. All the people there understand the concept of exceeding all expectations. So that makes my life easier. My teams, my staff, that will come to me with ideas, concepts, how to save money, how we can speed things up, and that is great. Even the Paraguayan government officials that I deal with on a daily, weekly basis, they're phenomenal. They come up with new ideas. I come with ideas and concepts, and they're like, wow, let's do it. Let's work together. Let's do things. So, I mean, life opens up for me because I'm just different. My industry is different. As for farming, construction, and development, those kind of things, there's big opportunities for that. But people that come here, they just want to do a development. You have to remember, you have to cater for people that have the money or don't have the money. So again, Paraguay works differently to the rest of the world. It is just the way it is. Here, people will buy land, and even myself, one property that I'm buying now is, I'm not going through banking systems or anything like that. I do a payment system with the current owner. It goes through the lawyers, it goes through everything. It is a acknowledgement of debt that you do with the notary and your attorneys. And like, for instance, I pay this property off within 6 payments. So it's like 6 months. But they're willing to do that. You could take longer periods as well. And here everything, as long as it gets done through the notary and you're dealing with a legal registered person, you'll be fine. Doing things alone is hard, especially if you have to learn a new language, the geography, the culture, the businesses, and setting up a network. It's overwhelming. It is literally overwhelming. It's taken me 3 years to have a network in every industry in this country. And because of the people that I surround myself with and I network with, you get introduced to other people that's successful in farming, mining, tourism, product development. I have people everywhere. And the nice thing that I like to do is I like to set people up with people that's going to be in your industry. Because for me and my teams, for instance, the immigration services, for us it's easy to do your immigration. You get your residency, that's the easiest things to do. Our teams are phenomenal. But in this process, while you're here, while you're exploring Paraguay, we like to set you up with networks that's conducive to you and your family, your goal. If it's farming, we'll put you in touch with people, Paraguayan farmers. These are people that's going to try and help you the best way possible. And believe me, I've saved a fortune by having Paraguayan friends. Because they literally, Paraguay's Paraguay, they see you being blanco, they immediately, the persona is muy rico, very rich. A lot of dinero, but your prices will go up. It does go up. Even the property that I am buying now and we've signed already and everything else is being done, so I'm just waiting for a few things. But in this process, it is exciting, it is scary. But if you make sure all your things is in a row, it will work out. Even like I'm saying now, my friends, for instance, the price I would have paid would have been maybe another $25,000 to $30,000 more for this 22 hectares. But because of my friends and all of that, I got it at Paraguayan prices. So again, if you are good to people in this country, they will take care of you. The friends you make from the beginning will always have your back. I've also seen this year amazing things develop in Paraguay. Literally, schools, roads, infrastructure, the improvement is just phenomenal. The people are still hopeful, the people are very happy and all of it. There's a lot of poverty, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of poverty in Paraguay, but there's also a lot of people that don't really want to work. So you have to be careful who you employ, you have to check things out. And we will be happy to help you with this. Like in our team, most of our specialists is lawyers. Most of the people that work for me in immigration is lawyers. We have realtors, we have charter accountants. They all work for us in immigration. So they bring a broader spectrum of knowledge, experience into your immigration and help as well. And when we have our meetings, we discuss our clients, we discuss who we have in the networks that will work for them, we discuss how to bring a little bit of magic to people. And that is what I like about what we do. We exceed all expectations. Paraguay is still very much more natural than synthetic. You're going to see people like here drink more natural medicines than synthetic. So that's for me a beautiful thing. I buy my local produce from the local farmers. I get my raw milk still warm from the cow delivered here every second day. And that's like 5,000 guarani. That's less than $1, less than $1 for a 2 liter of fresh raw milk, warm. So life is very cheap here. Life is really good. You do run out of products depending on where they come from, and looking at what happens around the world, a lot of things are changing as well. But in general, life is beautiful. Temperature will get some used to. Some days, like my house is a sustainable house, and it's the Ikali house is built from rammed earth, sustainable materials like glass bottles. We have very thick walls, 48 centimeters. I have so many natural things in here that cools the house down. Like I have no fan running, I have no aircon, it's fucking hot outside, but my house is comfortable. So temperature is gonna get used to. This year we had a very long winter. We had a 3.5 week, almost 4 week winter. It was really cold. The previous year was 3 weeks and it wasn't even that cold. So the summer this year is very different. You do get hurricanes now and again. We do not get tornadoes. You get hurricanes, normal. Change of season, that's when it happens. You have a rainy season. That's when all the magic happens. And then you have the summer season, which comes with rain, but it's more hot. Buying cars, buying property is very easy. Just make sure you get the documentation in order. The people that you buy from is the people that's on the documentaciones. Es muy importante because you don't want to get in a situation where you buy a car or you buy a property and then the real owner comes out and claims it after you spend money on it. And I've seen it happen to people. Be careful. Paraguay, I've seen and I've heard stories that most of the scams are happening through the expats. You know, and that's very sad. It is very sad. So be vigilant. Deliveries. Don't order things online and pay for it in advance. Cash on delivery. If you're like me, stuck in the sticks, don't pay in advance. Facebook Marketplace is riddled with scammers. Selling you things at an unbelievable price, and then they say you have to pay this before we can dispatch it to you. Don't fall for that trick. A big scam. Also, this year I have discovered the police corruption on the road. However, it does work in your favor though sometimes. If you're stupid like I was, every time I had to pay a bribe, it was because I forgot something. First time, and I always talk about it in my videos, about the fire fucking extinguisher in the car. First time, new van, the first Voxy, the fire extinguisher. Then a week later, I drove without the lights on. Then that same week, again, I forgot about the fucking lights. The fourth time was when everything was on, everything is fine. But unfortunately, 2 of our clients didn't have their safety belts on. Naughty, naughty ladies. But that is it. Now, what you would normally pay for stupidity and you have to pay a bribe, it's half price. So I pay the half price because it's my own stupidity. But if you cover your ass, your lights are on, your things are done, your documentation is in order, your car is perfect, fire extinguisher, blankie at the back, you have nothing to fear. They will still circle the car. I mean, I even had the cop stick a breathalyzer in me. Didn't even ask, just stick it in there. And I'm like, what? And I blew, and he looked at me, and I said, zero, no alcohol. Because I don't drink during the day. I drink seldom with clients, beer in the evenings, and that is it. But he was trying everything, checking the car, checking the lights, documentation. I thank God everything is in order. But again, you're going to pay fines in this country if you do stupid things. Be vigilant. Just pay attention to things like that. In general, life is so peaceful here. It takes a while getting used to it. People can't get used to the quiet, the peace, the tranquility, the friendliness. I mean, I get literally here, Itakaruvi and other towns that I work in, I get invited to so many things at this stage, I cannot even keep track of things. And it's really beautiful. And if somebody hears I'm doing something and they can contribute, they will contact me one way or another. So your network is never stopping. People will come to me with new businesses, opportunities, and I will go to them, and we support each other, we help each other. This one has got a printing business, this one's got a packaging business, this one's got this business. Before you know it, just by having lunch and talking to friends, you've had your whole business set up for you with like-minded souls and people that you love. Spiders, my biggest phobia. Yes, you do get them. Lots of different kinds. Even the big ones. I've had one or two before, but luckily for some reason my insect net proofing has worked. I had to remove one tarantula here once. I paid a staff member 100,000, but I need to come in to move it out of the sink. I'm too shit scared. But anyway, so spiders are going to happen. I got bitten this year by spiders, a spider under my arm. So that caused a lot of problems because it was by the glands, everything was swollen, by the heart. So you had to literally go into hospital. I had to take my first antibiotic at 47, which was horrendous. And then shortly after that, I had an abscess. I had to get another fucking antibiotics. That was my first antibiotics. My experience with the medical system in Paraguay has been nothing but astounded by the proficiency, the professionalism, the care, and the cost. It was literally very cheap. Even when I had, first I had somebody tried to poison me. So I ended up in hospital with food poisoning, and I ended up no antibiotics at that stage. Oh, I wouldn't dream of antibiotics at that stage, but I was dying. And they basically helped me within a few hours. It cost me less than $27. That was all the medication, blood tests, everything else that came in. And then after that, the tooth, the abscess. No, I'm lying. Let's get to the story. First, it was the spider bite. I had to take the antibiotics, but the clinic here was awesome. Blood tests, going every day to have it cleaned, and kind of gruesome. With medication and everything else, that cost me $58. Then I cut my hand, stitches, no antibiotics. For that, stitches, all the cleaning stuff and all of that cost me like $15. Then with the dentist, the abscess, she gave me unfortunately antibiotics with penicillin in it, and I'm allergic to penicillin, so I had a severe reaction. Prayed to the angel of death. Again, different hospital. This time I went to a private one. Same, the cost with the Uber driver, because I couldn't even drive. That's how bad it was. Medications and everything else. That cost me also about $50. So healthcare in Paraguay is really good. No matter what people tell you, in Europe, Ireland, for instance, the UK, you are in an emergency bleeding and dying for 2 days before you get tended to. Here, they tend to you immediately. Literally, the care, the consideration, all those kind of things is just phenomenal. So again, life is different. The children are different. They're a little bit more innocent. Here I see kids playing by the rivers, the streams, throwing each other with, mud and, hunting for rabbits and fishing and, they like normal stuff. Also, another thing is overwhelming as you drive your new cars and things like that. People in Paraguay don't have insurance. Most people don't. Most people don't even know how to drive. So driving on the roads this year, there's been a lot of fatalities in Paraguay. So do pay attention, when you come to Paraguay and all of these kind of things. It's that time of the year. Festive seasons is crazy. People just go mad about driving and speeding and drinking and driving and drugs and whatnot. You're going to get weird things. But in general, life is beautiful here. My living cost, I have 2 air conditionings. If I have clients or guests staying with me, then 2 run. I have 2 houses I pay for. I have 5 bedrooms. The internet for both houses, the AC, the electricity. I mean, when I have clients here, they're always busy here. These houses are always busy. So my electricity, my water, my internet, and my rubbish comes to a very expensive month, $65. So it's not too bad. I mean, I have a lot of appliances, washing machines are going all the time and all of that. So yeah, that is very good. Cost of living is awesome. Crime, like I mentioned before, you're going to get crime in the major cities. People do steal car parts. I posted that on the other day. People just stop in front of your car stealing parts of it. I mean, I've seen horrendous things happening. But it's normal, small, petty crime. It's nothing like violent crimes and things like that. I don't see or hear of anything. Maybe I'm being blinded to or protected by it, but I don't know. But it's in fact, it's a very peaceful country. Cars, running costs, that's also very low. When you move into the countryside, you're not going to get normal infrastructure. Your mechanic will be a back street mechanic. It's somebody that works from the back of their house. This is the way it works here. But you will get to know people when you are living in an area. Even us, we help you when you buy a property or you get involved with one of our developments. We introduce you to mechanics, we introduce you to dentists and doctors and people at the gym, people that you are going to need in your life and people that you can understand and they understand you, and that makes life easier. But in general, I wouldn't change anything in this world. I wouldn't change giving up Europe for Paraguay. I love Paraguay. I love the people. I love life. Europe, America, and I deal with hundreds of people on a monthly basis from all over the world through our immigration services, the Ikali project, the web and graphic design businesses, the tours. I literally meet about 120 people a month, maybe more. And I love it. And even them, they know life is changing. Here, there's magic, there's peace, there's a sense of love. Now keep in mind, Paraguay is 35 years behind the rest of the developed world, and that is what I love about it. The pace of living life is slower, and you can make your dreams a reality. If you really want to work hard, if you have a dream and you have a good heart and you have a good mind, and people will support you, people will protect you, people will stand by you and always have your back. Dating in Paraguay is different, I will tell you that. I have learned some painful experiences this year, but just take your time. Just take your time. Don't rush into things. You know, a lot of people, especially the females, they like playing games, mind games. They play games with other people, and that's kind of normal. I hear stories all the time, and I'm kind of like, whoa, I'm going to take a break from dating or looking for it to see what happens and comes naturally because here, you know, dating is different. In general, uh, there's no such thing as loyalty or, in general, loyalty or being faithful. Here, they try their best, see what they can get, when they can get it, where they can get it. If they can get it somewhere else better, then that's what they do. Um, Not all, though, not all Paraguayans, but majority. Even the men, the women, they're all like sleeping around and playing around with things, and you know, so you have to be careful. Protect yourself. This is wild country when it comes to sex. Not like I'm engaging in all these kind of fucking activities like recklessly or anything like that, but be mindful. In general, Paraguay is more Christian. So I have a lot of Muslim clients that always ask about Paraguay and things like that, and there's not a lot of mosques. There's Jewish temples, there's Catholic Church, Orthodox Church. That's basically the religion groups that's here in Paraguay. They're very traditional in that sense. They're also very superstitious. You know, they believe in a lot of metaphysical creatures, mythological creatures, which is kind of cool. Every time somebody falls pregnant by accident, you know, while they're in a relationship, they blame this one metaphysical character. It's him that made me pregnant while I was sleeping. You know, so people still try to hide behind those kind of things. So yeah, life is different. So I hope this little video is about just bringing peace and calmness to you. I love Paraguay. I wouldn't change it. I recommend it beyond all your wildest dreams. Paraguay Residency Services is one of the best. We have 2 amazing luxury vehicles. We have a whole list of guest houses around Paraguay, so you get to enjoy different locations with us. We take care of everything: airport collection, your guest house, your residency program, your everything and more. So reach out. So from me, my team at Paraguay Residency Services, Paraguay Web and Graphic Design, our financial and asset management teams, our tours, our guest houses, I wish you and your family a wonderful new year. And we really hope that you find your way and that Paraguay is the place for you, that you will reach out. Happiness, love, joy, and don't let anybody stop you from achieving your goals or your dreams. You are more important than that. And from us, if you need any questions or if you have any questions or you want to just chat or reach out anytime. My WhatsApp is on the websites at the bottom of this description as well. The Paraguay Residency Services link is there, and the Ikali link is there, starting next year and all that. But life is better here than where you are. Believe me, I've lived in Europe. Don't let fear hold you back from a dream. Don't let fear cripple your future. Try something new. I did. I don't regret anything. I encourage you to come. Love and light.